Alright, we are finally back and I've got the milk this time. Anyway, today I'll be showing you how to make really unique samples. This is, I think, my first tutorial in a month or something, but over that time I've really been improving, and yeah, I'll be breaking down the sample I made, and I'll be showing you steps on how you could make your own samples more unique. So I'll play it real quick. The first tip I want to give you is to learn a little bit of sound design. Maybe not learn it like explicitly with the sine waves and everything, but like what you can do is you can actually take one plugin and then learn it as much as you can. Don't just start switching plugins over and over. One synth plugin to be specific. So the one I use is pvalce, and I've watched a lot of tutorials on how to make my own sounds and how to edit existing sounds. So this sound, you won't find it anywhere else. I might drop a preset back. Here's how it sounds. And sound design is really one of the best way you can be really unique. What inspired me to learn sound design was Loophole Collective. It's a collective, right? Yeah. All those guys go crazy, and yeah, they inspire me to make my own sound. So make your own sound, because that's literally building your own sound. Like it's the best. Okay, so now I'm gonna be breaking down the harmonic aspect of the sample. It's pretty simple. We are in the key of F minor. All right, so the 4 here is a B flat minor 7, and then we go to the 3, which is an A flat major 7, and then after that we have a G half diminished, or also known as G minor 7 flat 5. And then after that we have the 5 augmented, which is a C augmented. And then after the 5 chord we have an F9 sus4, which is a really nice chord. Just listen to it. Nice. That's suspended quality, the susness of the chord. So sus. The susness of the chord is what makes it so beautiful, in my opinion. What I did here was, instead of using a minor chord as D1 for our last section, what I did was use a major chord, because people wouldn't expect that. So when you throw them off with that major chord at the end, which is what you call a Picardy third in music theory, then people will be like, oh, but if your implementation is garbage, there's no theory that can save you. Anyway, so yeah, another way to make your samples more unique is just to learn basic music theory, so that you can be a little bit more intentional with your composition. Next, just a little bit of textures from Coop the Truth one-shot kit. I used the blueprint way blueprint wah lead, and then I reversed it. It sounds like this, and with no processing. Next we have an electric guitar, which is playing literally the same notes, so there's no need to explain that, which I ran through my secret sauce. Just random stuff, actually. Tip number 4, which is just do random stuff. Like, it doesn't even matter. Just throw random shit on your mixer track. It doesn't matter. Here's how the guitar sounds. So what I did for the guitar was I ran it through my secret sauce right here, which is an EQ just to cut down the lows, and then we have ambience for the room feeling, and then we have OTT. The sauce, I don't think I need to explain what it does, but it's a compressor pretty much, multi-band compressor. And then we have tape cassette for the little bit of wow, and then did I put some noise? Yeah, just a little bit. And then after that we have another EQ to cut out the highs, and then after that we have a delay, but like, you can see the time here is 0, and that's because I'm not using the delay for the delay. I'm using it for bit reduction. I think that's the term. So what I did was, this is gonna cut down the bit rate of the sample, and then it's gonna make it sound like dirty, kind of nasty. Let me just play it for you real quick. And then after that we have a fruity low filter, just to filter out some frequencies. And then after that, for codecs, you know it's mandatory It's mandatory. I have to. Then after that, we have some gross beat, just to have that pulsing effect on the volume. That's why the guitar is looking like this, because of the volume automation. Then next we have the bass, which is a Rickenbacker bass, but with my own twist on it, because I know it's the pandemic. You hear it everywhere. So here's the original. So I pitched it up really high, and then after that, I pitched it down like 2 octaves, first with this pitch knob and then with this one. So now it sounds like. Now to make it more interesting, which is my next tip, is to use automations. I know people already know about automations, but like they're still sleeping on them. Maybe it's because generally FL automation is kind of trash, but like it's decent. So here's just some random pitch automations. And then after that, I reversed it. So just do random stuff. Like I said, everything I did here, I was not thinking. I just reverse pitch automation. Even on the guitar, there's a little bit of pitch automation just to bring it down into the next phase, so that the transition feels kind of smooth. All right, so the next tip I have for you is to learn an instrument, like deadass. After I picked up the guitar, I started seeing music a bit differently. I don't know, it's just something about instruments that just opens up a whole new musicianship in you, if that's even a word. And the thing about instruments is that it makes it really easy to be unique, because nobody really plays exactly like you. There'll always be some nuances that are really exclusive to you, especially if you've developed your own style on your particular instrument. So here's how the guitar sounds. You can tell I'm trash at the guitar by these cuts right here. Like, I cannot play on time for nothing. Anyway, after that, the next instrument I played on this sample is the harmonica. And then on the next section, instead of finishing with the harmonica, I just decided to pick up my recorder and then complete that line with the recorder. And then for the extras, we just have this break loop playing down here, and at the end, just to add some movements and also kind of like to keep time. And for the instruments, I just did a little bit of reverb and EQ, that's it. I don't really like over processing them unless I'm going for a specific sound. And for the guitar, is literally nothing, no reverb, no EQ, just like that. So yeah, that's another way of making things unique, just keeping them raw. Anyway, so I think we're done.